After we created the purchase order in step 10, so let's learn how to display the purchase order in step 11. So step 11 is not a new step, is not creating new data or process new transactions, but is display and review the purchase order we have created. So to do this, still under the material management, I'm already under that. And under the role of inventory supervisor, because if you have multiple purchase ordered, sometimes you may want to review one particular, right? To checking the shipment and other related information. So from here, we can do a search in different ways. I think that the direct way is if we can if you, for example, if I remember, like I asked you to write down the 10 digits of your purchase order number, so you can input it here. Or if you forgot, so I will do a search of the supplier and then check the purchase orders and other documents related to this supplier, okay, like a vendor. So I'm putting the Midwest. You should see a list as like our whole class is working on this. So when you select, make sure you select your own supplier company. Okay, that's we want you to put a like the learner your account code. Okay, so you can differentiate from each other. And I'm using the 091 and 111 are both on my student account. So I'm using this because I created orders on this supply. So click on go and this is the supplier, and you can see we have different documentations. So not like no purchase requisition, but we have two purchase orders and one goods receipt. The goods receipt is the after the vendor supplier delivered the ordered inventory, so we issue a document like to confirm receiving of the goods. We'll get to that in a bit later. But for this one, let's check the purchase order. And you may wonder, like, we created one, but why is not why is showing two? Well, the reason is if you remember, we split the 200 units into two shipments, right? So 100 for each. So both of the purchase order document on the same purchase order, but is like shipment 1 and shipment 2, or you have like a sub number for that. So that's basically what we need if you want to check the details. So double will like a review the related ordering information like the units and the pricing and the other things. You can go to like a review here, and even you can go back to the purchase order if you want to maybe do some editing or revision. So lots of the documentations, when you check, they can relate to each other. Okay, but this is the main purpose of step 11. Okay, display. So like you can know like how to search and display the vendor supplier related documents, especially the purchase order. So I'm going back to the material management, and now step 12 is critical because this one is trying to simulate the warehousing or inventory management to receive the delivered goods, okay, from the vendor. Like for us, we have the 100 units of the 10 logs. So post the goods receipt for purchase order. And after this transaction, we'll have the first accounting journal entry. Because so far, we'll create master data, 10 log, vendors, right? Even when we create purchase requisitions, quotations, purchase orders, no accounting transaction has been activated or created because nothing has impacted the accounts in our accounting equation, right? Assets, liabilities, nothing has been changed. But after step 12, we confirm receive the inventory. So imagine we'll have a journal entry. You receive the good from the shipment and we haven't made the payments, right? So supposed to be inventory increase by debit and then we'll have a accounts payable increase by credit. But again, I will let you know later. This inventory we haven't really confirmed maybe the quality, under inspection. So we couldn't use the accounts payable yet because the accounts payable is kind of like you promised. Accounts payable we only increase it after we confirm, so after we receive the invoice or the billing from the vendor and confirm to make the payments. So now, before that happens, we have to use a GR, like a goods receipt account, like a temporary account to hold the unpaid balance related to the orders. Okay, so debit inventory and credit this GRIR, which is the special SAP account, help the unpaid balance before the accounts payables. Okay, so but I will also send you a note about that. So how to simulate receiving the good. So this transaction is done. We buy the new position. We haven't used this yet. So good receipt clerk. So I guess this one can be under the warehouse, right? Or like the inventory managers. But a good receipt, they specialize on receiving the delivered goods and maybe like do the inspection later. But anyway, so click on the first one. Okay, post. And enter your purchase document number. So now I will directly use my, and now it's popping up again, found your own. Okay, like for me, I have this. And now it's pop up. Okay, if you forgot, you can do a search, okay, from here. Again, mine is pop up and you can, do like the search as but better. So if you want to search your purchase document, use the F4 help and then in the search field and enter your chain log, the product number, and then click on go. But here I already have it. So I ask you to write down the purchase order. The remaining will be easier. Storage location, I know we already put it in with the material mass data, but here if you see that asking again, then click on the red and confirm the trading good. Okay, trading good TG00. And from here we'll click on go and then for printing here, initial is no print, we change to individual slip. And the trading goods, we already did it. And now, so compare your screen with my briefly. And for me, I already received the first shipment. Okay, I'm using the second one to do the demo. And for you, maybe you have two of these and you only click one of it. Okay, so for your case, if this is your first post the goods receipt, just click one of this. And then now you see your split order. I already have one. Then select the first of your purchase order. Yes, select for your case, okay, the first of your purchase order. And then select the purchase delivery completed inspection. Delivery completed checkbox. Select, okay, means go to the details, so click on that and here. So delivery completed. And put the stock type under quality inspection. Again, if you miss the trading goods, and this is the place to enter as well. And that means we receive, so imagine if you work for this role, right? So you receive the 100 units of the chain lock, but before you put it for like resale, we need to inspect the quality, so like a temporary hold, right? Before you can sell it to the customers. So under the quality inspection, then, we'll change the category, once we finish the inspection in the next step. I think now you can click on apply. And then post. Post means we learned before, once you post, the first accounting journal entry will be generated. Debit, inventory, credit, a GRIR account. Okay, so do the post. And this is your document, the shipment. Okay, for me, this is the second, but for you, should be the first, and also write down the number. Even we can do search, but if you write it down, always help us to do the job much easier later. Okay, this is, yeah, 10 digits, also 10 digits. Then click on OK. So I'm done for step 12, okay, which is very important. And in the handouts, you can see they did the explanation, how this documentation, we can, use them for cross-conference, okay, cross-checking the document flow in the SAP system. Okay, so we are doing the three-way matching before you actually make the payments. For account payable, we need to make sure the purchase order, the good receipt, and also the billing, like, the three documents match with each other, before we agree to make the payments. So then I finished this one. Okay, so step 13, check the received good. Means like we are simulating the quality inspection. And after that, we'll change the inventory from under inspection to unrestricted use. Means you can use it for whatever purpose. So to do this one, you are going to do like, release. It's like, release the chain lock, okay, under the warehouse supervisor role. We used this function before, like check the stock, but here we are going to change. Oh, and this one, I think okay, for me is 1111. And I think you can do I think this one, select the row for storage location. I think this one, okay, from here. And you can see I put it under quality inspection. Okay, even my first one. So I need to move it to the unrestricted, okay, unrestricted stock. And so how you can do this is if you select the row for storage location and click transfer stock. So click on this one, and here the menu is in the bottom. Okay, so transfer stock implant. After that, you can see you have these arrows appear like the under the stock in quality. So I need to for this one, I need to move out, right? So like it's a move out. So after you move this out, the unrestricted, so I can move this down. And the quantity, I will put 100 because sometimes we may not finish inspection for all of them, or if some of them have a quality problem, right? So you can select, so put the unrestricted number, the actual units. For me, like I have, I'm putting the 100 Yeah, that's I think the zeros here. And now you can post. Yeah, let me double check. Click post. And then we should receive a message. And this is the inspection documents. Okay, make sure. And for me, because I already received the one delivery, so I have all of the 200 ready to be sold under the unrestricted. For you, you may only have 100 at this time. Okay. For the second one, when you receive the second, we are skipping the quality inspection. You can directly receive it as the unrestricted, stock. So follow that step later. And I'm going to, I think, finish this and go to the material management.